and long. 9-6. Irvine back to a 3-point lead. Serving again will be Clark. Carson Clark. Gets it in. Cervantes. Zemyak. Ball is hit down the line, but wide by Umlauf. So Umlauf, his consistency starting to strain a bit. And it's a 10-6 lead by Irvine here in the third game.
I don't envy Zemyak's decision right here. Both his end hitters just made an error, and he has Dyer with a bad ankle in the middle. He's got to come up with something here and make a good decision.
Carson Clark serving. That's long.
Well, that made it easy on him.
That did. Rawson comes into the front row. Along with Stephen Hunt. Zemyak. And serving will be Dyer. Gets it in. Montgomery. Spittle. Default. Very little resistance in the middle that time by Hawaii.
Well, that's a really difficult play to stop right there. That's that big play. It looks like it's going to the quick hitter. You see Rawson jumping, biting on the quick hitter, and then Default comes right behind him to put it away.
Yoder, service error.
And that's what John Sproul is talking about. He sees flashes of brilliance from this team. They'll play for 10 or 15 minutes where they look like they're playing national championship type volleyball, but they're just too young and inconsistent at this point.
Zemyak to serve for Hawaii. Hawaii down by 3. That ball was dug up by Yoder. And that's blocked. Rawson was there to block Simmons.
Beautiful block by Rawson. He's re-blocking in the middle. Sees that it's going to the middle. And watch how he pushes and penetrates over the net to cut off the angles.
9 serving 11. Zemyak again. That ball dug up, waiting for it is Spittle. Back set. And that goes to Clark.
Clark came down from that hit and just gave a look like, how about that? He couldn't believe it himself. That was an amazing hit out of the back row and could still hit it that sharp.
Simmons to serve. 12 serving 9. Way long. Hawaii has been in this third game by the main factor of service errors. They've been able to stay in the neighborhood, but they have not played particularly well here in game number 3. And serving will be Stephen Hunt. Spittle, short set, Default. And that ball backhanded over by Walker. Default comes over right in front of us with a maximum effort diving attempt at the dig. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get there in time. Hawaii comes back to a 1-point deficit. And there you see a spurt of energy by Default.
Pretty little backhanded flipper. We call that the backhanded mahi in Hawaii by Joshua Walker to get the ball over the net.
Serving is Hunt. Yoder, Spittle, Default, single block, solo block that time by Umlauf.
And I bet you on this next play, Anthony Spittle's going to think twice about setting the ball over to Umlauf's side. My guess is that he's going to go back and give Clark a chance against the smaller blocker of Joshua Walker.
We are tied at 12. Serving again is Hunt. Yoder, Spittle, Default. That's patty cake back. And Rawson with a one-hand save. They go to Walker. And that ball goes off Montgomery in the back row. Hawaii leads 13-12. UC Irvine calls a timeout. Every ace, Central Pacific Bank donates $100 to the Central Pacific Bank Endowed Scholarship Fund to benefit University of Hawaii student athletes working for our schools and our community. Central Pacific Bank works for you. 2 service aces tonight. 13 for Hawaii and 12 for Irvine.
Well, even though the score is close, there's a little change of fortune in hitting percentage. And remember, hitting percentage is kills minus errors over total attempts. Right now, UC Irvine in this game hitting 400, Hawaii dropping to 176.
And yet they lead 13-12. Hunt to serve. That's long.
Well, you talk about Hawaii leading, and you try to find something in the stats that tells why they're leading. Last night they were way down in blocks in comparison to UC Irvine. Tonight they have twice as many blocks, 10-5.
Spittle to serve. Dug up by Hunt. Here's Zemyak. Pushed over by Rawson. That's saved by Spittle, but the ball did not have any real helium in it.
Didn't want to get off the ground.
Didn't want to. Diamore tried to get there, but he was a bit late. 14-13, Hawaii leading almost midway through this third game. Hawaii leading 2-0. Rawson. That could have been an out ball that was put up by Montgomery. They go to Clark. That's saved by Zemyak. Rawson to Umlauf. That's saved. Here's Walker. Not a big hit by Walker. Spittle goes to Clark. Boy, you give too many opportunities there to Irvine, and they're going to find a way.
Well, it's a world of difference for UC Irvine when they can pass the ball, when they can get the ball up to the net so the setter can run an offense. They run such a smooth, fast offense when they get the chance that they are hard to stop.
Dufault serving. Walker. And there is Cervantes. Walker hits it right into the triple block. I mean, they were paying rent over there.
Wow, they were just waiting for him. That was probably the biggest, strongest block I've seen from UC Irvine tonight. Here you see a little replay, three-man block, big block, not too many seams, and they stuff it straight down.
All the information you need about UH Athletics is right at your fingertips. Go to hawaiiathletics.com for UH news, tickets, merchandise, and a host of other items. 15-14, Irvine, game 3. Hawaii winning the first two, 30-26, 32-30, an extra play. 15 serving 4-2, Dufault. Off the cable, there's Hunt. Zemyak goes to Walker, and that's in. Walker able to steer inside the double block that time of Clark and Diamore.
Well, Dufault got sucked in on defense. He got a little excited. He got moved too far in the court. He didn't stay on the perimeter where he should have been, where the ball went. And that's something that John Sproul was worried about, something that affected their defense last night.
Tied at 15. Umlauf serves. That's off the cable. Montgomery is there to Spittle. Ball is hit by Yoder, dug up by Umlauf. Umlauf gets it back, and Umlauf is able to hit it right into the triple block. And then it dribbles down off the body of Yoder. And Hawaii seizes the lead again.
I think UC Irvine's on the verge of getting frustrated with this match here. Nothing seems to be going their way. Ball's sneaking through. Mahi's going down. Jump serves hitting the tape.
Umlauf again. Montgomery to Spittle. Ball is pushed over by Dufault. That's that play they like to run.
Yeah, that has been very effective, and I'm surprised that they're not running it more. Probably a handful of times they've run, and even though it's a tip, the ball's going down. If they start passing better, I expect to see more of that.
Kevin Wynn, number 19, comes into the front row. He replaces Simmons. Serving is Diamore. And a big hit that time by Dyer.
And that's Dyer's strength right there. He's not the biggest middle blocker, but he's very quick, and he has a great arm swing, and he can really thunder the ball.
So Walker will serve. Hawaii leading by the slimmest of margins, 17-16. And the serve. That ball dug up very nicely and then hit down by Wynn. So we're tied at 17.
And here we have Anthony Spittle just got to the front row. I bet you Nate Zamiak's going to find him on the outside and get a mismatch.
Serving is Clark. That is long. 18-17. Hawaii back in the lead.
I think that's 2 missed serves by Clark in a row.
This game has been tied 6 times. And Dyer getting ready to serve for Hawaii. Hawaii wins this game, they win the match. They went to the extreme last night. Dyer serving. Spittle sets up to fault. There's that play again.
It looks like Spittle's starting to get comfortable with that big play.